welcome to Verdictum. I am Ananya Singh and you're watching today's legal news, where we apprise you with the recent important legal developments across the country. Here are the headlines. NewsClick Editor and HR head approached the Apex Court challenging arrest in foreign funding case. Plea challenging validity of Electoral Bond scheme for funding of political parties to be heard by the Supreme Court on October 30th. Supreme Court dismisses petition challenging designation of lawyers as senior advocates. Supreme Court lists for November 29th Vedanta Group's plea seeking closure of its sterile copper unit in Tamil Nadu. Supertech Chariman RK Arora denied default bail in money laundering case by a Delhi court. Now let's take a detailed look on the headlines. Prabir Purkayastha, the editor-in-chief of NewsClick, along with the HR head Amit Chakrabarti, knocked the doors of the Apex Court today, challenging their arrest under the provisions of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act in the foreign funding case. A special leave petition was filed before the Supreme Court by the two accused against a judgment of the Delhi High Court dated October 13th, which upheld their arrest by the special cell of the Delhi police. Senior advocate Kapil Sibbal appeared for Purkayastha and Chakrabarti and mentioned the petition for urgent listing before the Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud. NewsClick, a news portal, is accused of intentionally peddling false narratives against India and pro-China content through paid news in lieu of money received from sources outside India. The allegations first came to light when a report by the New York Times was published, citing various articles by NewsClick pushing a pro-China narrative. The Supreme Court today referred to a 5-judge constitution bench the plea challenging the validity of electoral bond schemes for funding of political parties. It fixed October 30th as the date of hearing for the matter. A bench comprising the Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud, along with Justice J.B. Pardiwala and Justice Manoj Mishra, said that an application was received by them that the matter being urgent be sent to a larger bench for a conclusive judgment. Earlier, senior advocate Prashant Bhushan had appeared before the top court, submitting that the matter needed to be adjudicated before the electoral bond scheme opens for the general elections scheduled for 2024. Taking note of these submissions, the Supreme Court decided to fix a date for final hearing. Presently, 4 public interest litigations are pending, one of which alleges that so far rupees 12,000 crores have been paid to political parties through electoral bonds, and 2/3 of such amount has gone in favor of one particular party. The electoral bond system was introduced in 2017 and has been effective since 2018. They are instruments to donate money to political parties anonymously. These bonds are sold by authorized branches of the State Bank of India in multiples of rupees 1,000, 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh and 1 crore. The donor is required to purchase these bonds only by way of a check or digital mechanism, and cash is not permissible to be used when purchasing electoral bonds. The objective of electoral bonds is to bring transparency. However, the same is now under challenge before the top court. The Supreme Court today dismissed a petition challenging the designation of lawyers as senior advocates. The petition was filed by advocate Matthews J. Nedumpara along with 7 others. The petitioners claim that designation of lawyers as senior advocates creates a special class of advocates with special rights, privileges and status not available to ordinary advocates. The plea challenged Section 16 and Section 23 subsection 5 of the Advocates Act of 1961 for being violative of Article 14 of the Constitution of India, which deals with the right to equality. Section 16 of the Advocates Act provides that there shall be 2 classes of advocates, namely senior advocates and other advocates, whereas Section 23 subsection 5 of the said Act states that senior advocates shall have pre-audience over other advocates, and such right of senior and other advocates shall be determined by their respective seniority. The petitioner claimed that owing to the existence of 2 classes, unthinkable catastrophes and inequities have come into practice, which the Parliament would not have contemplated or foreseen while framing the law. According to an update on the Supreme Court's website, the plea filed by the Vedanta Group, seeking closure of its sterile copper unit in Tamil Nadu's Tuticorin, has been listed for hearing on November 29th. The issue emanates from a protest by a number of people opposing the copper smelting unit in Tuticorin, due to the alleged environmental pollution caused by it. On May 22, 2018, at least 13 participants of the protests were killed and many were injured after the state police opened fire on them. On May 28, 2018, the Tamil Nadu government ordered the State Pollution Control Board to seal and permanently close the plant of Vedanta Group due to continuous violent protests and pollution concerns. On April 10 this year, the top court allowed the evacuation of remaining gypsum at the plant and accepted the request of the company, seeking more manpower for the task. In May, the Tamil Nadu government was directed to take appropriate action and follow the directions of the top court made in April, wherein the Vedanta Group was allowed to carry out the upkeep of the sterile copper unit under the supervision of a local level monitoring committee. A bench headed by the CJI D.Y. Chandrachud on October 9th had assured the counsel for the company that the court's registrar has been directed to allocate 2 dedicated dates for hearing the company. Supertech chairman and promoter of the real estate firm RK Arora was denied default bail by the additional sessions judge Devendra Kumar Jangala's court in Delhi. Arora is an accused in a money laundering case and for hatching a criminal conspiracy to cheat prospective home buyers by collecting advance against homes booked in their real estate projects. The Enforcement Directorate has alleged that its probe revealed that the company collected funds from home buyers and also took loans from banks and financial institutions for the purpose of construction of housing projects. The funds were, however, misappropriated and diverted into buying land in the name of other companies. Supertech Group defaulted on payments of banks and financial institutions, leading to a sum of Rs 1,500 crore becoming non-performing assets. The real estate group is also have been alleged to defraud over 600 home buyers of Rs 164 crores. RK Arora, the chairman of the Supertech Group, moved an application before the Sessions Court seeking default bail on the ground of filing an incomplete charge sheet by the investigating agency. The court dismissed the application of Arora and said that on September 26th, the court had already taken cognizance of commission of the alleged offence, which implies that the investigation against the accused was complete. The cognizance was taken considering the sufficiency of material on record, and there can be no assumption of an incomplete investigation, the court said. Arora was arrested on June 27th and booked under various sections of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. That was all on today's legal news. Thank you and keep watching Verdictum and subscribe to our channel and download the Verdictum app on iOS and Android to keep yourself updated with authentic legal news.